This is seeingeagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman, head track and field coach, and now again assistant football coach. David Needs, you rejoined the football staff as a wide receivers coach. Talking about the process of a year off the football staff, now you're back on.
Well, Coach Sparks and I joked and said it was a sabbatical. Adam, it's one of those things that I'm really excited about being able to come back. It's certainly a part of the fabric of who I am. Growing up the son of a football coach and being around football my entire life, it is important. It doesn't diminish what track and field means to me. It allows me to be in touch with a little bit more of who I am.
You're a quarterback here in the late 80s,
Right.
and last go-around you were a quarterbacks coach here at Mossy
Right.
Creek. What's the transition going to be from the sabbatical now to a new position group?
Well, I think that having coached receivers here for 10 years, it's going to be fun. Coaching receivers at Carson-Newman is like this. Your whole life you want to eat fun dip and eat candy and things like that are good, but sometimes you got to eat green beans. And so, receivers at Carson-Newman, you want to catch the ball, you want to do all the glory things, but you really got to do the things that make you stronger, and that's being able to block and be able to move defensive backs in the wrong position by the way that you attack. And so we're going to renew those commitments to those fundamentals for sure.
But yet it is a passing game that
That's right.
is coming off of
That's right.
one of the better years
That's
in the
right.
Sparks era.
That's right.
With a receiving core that's
Right.
fairly deep. Stephen Isom,
Right.
Anthony Eubanks, Aaron Seward, Trayshawn
Right.
Ward, and
Right.
you can go on down if Jared
Right.
Lahovdy's
Right.
healthy.
Yeah.
What personnel do you have? What do you look forward to working with?
Well, all those names you mentioned are people that I've worked with before. Having coached quarterbacks and then worked with receivers, she certainly worked with the passing game at Carson-Newman. And anybody that knows me knows that I want to throw the ball. So, I mean, and Coach, we always joke with Coach Turner, and having sat in his ear since the 98 season, 99 season, I think I've suggested a run maybe 3 times and all that time. So they know I want to throw the football. But, working with those guys, I know all those guys. I know what their strengths are. I remember them as freshmen. I remember them as they came in. I know that they're pliable and able to work with. And that's what impresses me is that, they like to catch the ball, but they also like to work. And that's, anybody that's played receiver for me from, through the air from Jaquez Rump to Alvin Sanders and all the other people know that we're going to work hard at the fundamentals. They joke that we're going to have track practice, but because we're going to run, but at the same time we're going to be committed to the fundamentals.
It's a very complete group, very
It
capable
is.
of blocking on the edges, and arguably, outside of maybe Mars Hill and Dimitri Holmes and that crew, as deep a receiving core as there is in the South Atlantic Conference this year, at least in known quantities.
It is, and one of the things that you have to be willing to do to be a Carson-Newman receiver is be complete. You have to be willing to stretch the defense at times because we're going to ask you to do that, and then at times you're going to have to catch the short pass. At times you're going to have to block. All the time you're going to have to block. But I think that you're going to have to be in a situation where you have to be a complete receiver. We don't have specialists at Carson-Newman, and so what we ask of our guys is to put that defense in an uncomfortable position by the way that their completeness.
David, pleasure as always, and congratulations. Welcome back to the football staff.
Thank you.
Carson-Newman head track and field coach and now assistant wide receivers coach David Needs. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is seeingeagles.com.